What about Social Security, Retirement, Disability, SSDI, Survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB beneficiaries? Will they also be included with these major announcements and programs that we've talked about over the last couple days? This is a question that I've seen literally hundreds of times over the last 14 or so hours, and I want to answer it for you in this video. Let's get into it right away. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here and watching. If you're new or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I'm very much committed and dedicated to each and every one of you right here on the channel to help out in any way that I can through these short videos, and I come back each and every day to deliver all this information for you as things are changing very rapidly right now as we get closer and closer to the final voting of this major stimulus package, which is going to have a ton of different stimulus provisions within it. So again, subscribe right down below the video, share this with your friends, family, social media, and ask them to come over and check out some videos. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it and talk about this very important question. All right. So yesterday evening, I was out in a video with this new announcement that literally just hit the tape yesterday. It is talking about this anywhere between a $600 and a $1,000 payment for millions of people in 2022 to pay for Medicare benefits. Now, I was also out earlier in the week talking about the latest updates on this SSI Restoration Act. Again, I've been getting a lot of questions about both of these programs, and I want to talk about these right here for you in this video. So first off, let's talk about the latest announcement that just came out last night, and we talked about it in yesterday's video, or yesterday evening's video, where senior Democrat senators are out talking about this new idea and concept where they want to send out anywhere between a $600 and $1,000 payment for seniors in 2022. Now again, hang with me here for a second. We're going to talk through this a little bit more here. They want to send out this payment for seniors in 2022 to help cover Medicare benefits. So one of the major questions that I continue to see down below, and I've seen tons of these comments over the last, like I said, about 14 or so hours. Many of you are reaching out saying, this sounds great, but what about SSDI? What about SSI? Is VA included? What about RRB? So I want to answer that for you. Now here's the thing. I'm going to be totally transparent with you with everything about this. Here's the thing. This announcement just hit the tape literally yesterday. It is still kind of fresh off the wire, right? It's not hot anymore. It's not even warm, really. It's just kind of still fresh off the tape. Here's what we do know. These senior Democrat senators, they are throwing around this idea of this anywhere between $600 and $1,000 payment for these millions of Americans. However, they have not identified seniors. So we don't know the age range as far as is the cutoff like 60? Is it 62? Is it 65? All they've said is that seniors for Medicare benefits. However, in my rebuttal to that, I would say anybody receiving like benefits like Social Security Retirement, Disability, SSDI, and Survivors beneficiaries are probably also receiving Medicare benefits. Therefore, if somebody at the age of 30 years old receiving SSDI, disability benefits, and they also have Medicare, would they be eligible? I mean, so do you kind of get what I'm saying with this? Is maybe even somebody who is not considered a senior. I mean, I'm not sure how they identify a senior, by the way. We're not sure because they did not tell us that quite yet. They didn't tell if it's the age 60 and up or if it's 62 and up. We don't know that. They did not define seniors. But I guess my question back to them would be, what about that 30-year-old that I just referred to? Again, this is just an example. What about a 30-year-old maybe receiving SSDI and they also have Medicare benefits? Would they be eligible as well for this $600 to $1,000 payment for their Medicare benefits next year? So here's what I'm going to tell you with this. We don't quite know the answer yet. The simple reason why for that is this announcement is still in the works right now. They're still trying to figure this out and trying to determine all the parameters behind it, including how much they actually want to send. So for many of you that have been reaching out asking this question, I wanted to connect with you and just share this with you, just saying, we don't really know that answer quite yet. We do not know what they mean by seniors as far as the age cutoff, and we don't know if this is everybody across the board who is maybe eligible for Medicare benefits as of right now, and if it would go to everybody or if it's just specified by age. we're still waiting on details on that. So I've seen your questions down below. I've actually been answering some of them down in the comment section. And I thought, you know what? There are so many of these questions. I'm just going to make a video about this and talk about it so that I can cover the field for everybody. So that's kind of what we know as of right now. But I would certainly say, I mean, of course, this is just my opinion, but if they want to send this payment out to people who are eligible for Medicare and to help cover their benefits next year, I feel like it should go to everybody that may be eligible for Medicare regardless of age, right? But again, that's just me. Of course, I want to look out for everybody. I see the stories down below, and I know people are struggling right now. I get it, right? So, but again, this is just something that we know as of right now. Now, again, let's quickly talk about this SSI Restoration Act. Oh, one more thing, one quick side note. On that last topic I was just talking about, the $600 to $1,000, I've seen a lot of people also reaching out asking, will this also include SSI? Well, again, that's kind of a gray area right now. I would anticipate, well, we're still going to wait on that. I'm not going to throw out assumptions. We're not going to guess on this. I'm just going to wait for that one. We don't honestly know, okay? I'm just being totally real with you. We don't know that yet because this announcement just came out yesterday, and we don't really know all the details yet. They simply just basically said, hey, we're throwing around this idea right now, and we want to throw out some money for these people to cover benefits next year. So we're not quite sure yet, but I'll continue watching that, and I'll let you know. However, let's talk about the SSI Restoration Act. Again, we've talked about this one a number of times over the last few months here, as this is a very good topic that has been coming up time and time again. And as of recent, as of this week, we've already had like 2 major announcements on this plan already. But earlier in the week, a few days ago, I was out in that dedicated video and I basically said, hey, they're bringing it up and this is getting good. It is advancing and they want to add it into this next reconciliation bill. And it has the endorsement from the president to actually be included in the bill. Now, again, we're not quite sure if it's going to be allowed to be in there due to Senate parliamentarian rules, but that is still to be determined. But again, many people who are receiving maybe Social Security retirement or disability benefits or VA benefits are reaching out and saying, would we be included in this? Is this also going to be far-reaching and include Social Security beneficiaries and everybody else like that? Or is it just for SSI? Now, here's what I've understood with this whole SSI Restoration Act. Now, again, I've seen some different reports, which I'll get into here in just a second, but here's how I'm understanding the SSI Restoration Act. This, according to what I'm finding, is just specified for SSI, Supplemental Security Income. And by the way, we've talked about this before as well, SSI is not Social Security. It is administered by the Social Security Administration, but it is not actual Social Security benefits, okay? It's 2 totally different programs. But the SSI Restoration Act looks like it is just for SSI benefits. So when it comes to Social Security retirement benefits or SSDI or VA, would they be included for the SSI Restoration Act? Again, according to what I'm seeing, it looks like this is just SSI and not retirement benefits, not disability benefits, not VA benefits. It's just SSI, Supplemental Security Income, okay? So I hope that kind of clears it up with that. And again, some other reports that I've seen out there. Again, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm not saying this is accurate because I haven't been able to substantiate this in any way, shape, or form. There's always a lot of conflicting information, which is why I always like to cross-reference my sources between a couple different sources. Basically, anything that I talk about, I cross-reference between a couple different sources just to make sure that what I'm talking about is actually accurate and what is actually being talked about. Now, here's what I've seen. I have seen a report out there, one report, that's it, that simply said the SSI Restoration Act would be all-encompassing across all benefits. Now, that's only one report, and I'm going to be totally honest with you. From other reports that I've seen, I don't think that's accurate. Just based on what I'm seeing, I don't think that is accurate. I'm not sure where they got that information from, but I only saw it in one location, and I thought, I don't think that's true. So when I saw that, I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it in my other videos because I thought, I don't think that's true at all. But I'm going to bring it out right now and just kind of throw it out there and say, I have seen it in one report, but based on all my research on the SSI Restoration Act, I don't think that's the case. From everything I've read about the SSI Restoration Act, it looks like it is specifically SSI and nothing more, right? Supplemental Security Income. So, as you can see, we have a lot going on right now. This week has actually been very, very busy, and I'm kind of excited to see what actually comes out today because this week has actually been really good for low-income, fixed-income beneficiaries and many people across the board right now. So I'm kind of excited to see what may come out today because 3 days out of this week so far, we've had major announcements for SSI, Social Security, Medicare, seniors, SSDI, things like this. We've had some major announcements. So I'm feeling like, hey, let's go for it again. Let's do another one today, right? So I'm just kind of anticipating that maybe something else will come out today. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to wait, and I'll continue doing all the research and bring it back to you as soon as we get more information. But for those of you who have been asking, to answer all of your questions, it's kind of still up in the air right now. As far as that $600 to $1,000, it's still to be determined, right? TBA, to be determined, right? That's kind of where we're sitting right now with that. So I wanted to come back and kind of throw this out there based on the number of questions I've been getting about this over the last 14 hours. I thought, you know what? It would be totally necessary to make a video on this, come back, lay it all out for you, and just let you know here's where we stand as of right now. So don't worry, I will watch this very closely. As we get more information, I'll come back and I will update you step by step along the way. So again, subscribe down below so you can make sure to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. As I'm back a few times each and every day, things are changing very rapidly right now, and I anticipate going forward, it's only going to get more intense as we get closer to the actual passing of this reconciliation bill. So again, thank you so much. Subscribe down below, share the videos with your friends, family, social media, and let me know down below if you have any additional questions, and I'll do whatever I can to answer those for you as quickly as possible. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Enjoy.